Today I'm going to simulate raising 3 of the most dangerous sea monsters ever as pets. They'll start off as tiny babies that can fit in my hand. But by the end of this video, they'll grow into massive ocean predators, and eventually I'm going to release them into the real ocean to see what happens. Starting off with this little guy. This is a baby Mosasaur. Right now he looks like a cute little fish. But don't let that fool you. This creature is a natural-born killer, and in the past it dominated the oceans by hunting anything in its path. Even now, he already tried to bite me. Next up, this is a baby Megalodon. At the moment, he looks like a normal shark, but unlike regular sharks, this thing can grow over 60 feet long. And once it does, it becomes the apex predator of the entire ocean. And finally, this is a baby Kraken, a legendary sea monster that's said to destroy entire ships. Right now, he's just a tiny squid, but he already keeps wrapping his tentacles around my finger. That's slightly concerning. So now that we have all 3 sea monsters, I'm going to build them a habitat where they'll all live together as babies. Let's see if they can survive each other. The tank is ready. It has open space to swim, caves to hide, and even a small ship at the top, just in case the Kraken wants to destroy something. Now it's time for their first interaction. At first, everything seemed fine. The Megalodon calmly swam around the tank. The Mosasaur explored every corner like he owned the place. And the Kraken stayed at the bottom quietly watching everything. But then, the first problem started. The Mosasaur and Megalodon came face to face, and instantly they attacked each other. Even as babies, their instincts kicked in immediately. They started biting and chasing each other across the tank. Meanwhile, the Kraken didn't join the fight. Instead, he stayed hidden, watching, waiting. Now it's time to feed them. First, I gave them chunks of meat. The Megalodon and Mosasaur rushed toward it and started tearing it apart instantly. But the Kraken, he slowly grabbed the food with his tentacles and dragged it down into the darkness. Next, I added live fish into the tank. And this is where things got interesting. The Megalodon immediately started chasing them down at full speed. The Mosasaur followed closely behind, attacking anything that moved. But the Kraken used a completely different strategy. He stayed still. And when the fish came close, he grabbed them instantly. After a few weeks, they started growing fast. The Megalodon got bigger and more aggressive. The Mosasaur became faster and more territorial. And the Kraken started getting smarter. But then, everything changed. The tank became too small, food became limited, and the sea monsters started turning on each other. The Megalodon attacked first. He went straight for the Mosasaur. And this time, it wasn't just a small fight, it was serious. They crashed into the sides of the tank, bit each other, and completely destroyed parts of the habitat. At the same time, the Kraken started attacking from below, grabbing both of them with his tentacles, trying to pull them down. At this point, I realized I couldn't keep them here anymore. So I decided to move them into a much larger aquarium. This new tank was massive. It had other sea creatures, fish, turtles, and even stingrays. And for a while, everything seemed peaceful. The sea monsters explored their new environment and didn't attack anything immediately. But that didn't last long. As they continued to grow, they became more aggressive. The Megalodon started hunting the other animals in the tank. The Mosasaur followed, attacking anything that came near him. And the Kraken started destroying everything around him. Eventually, the aquarium became a war zone. The Megalodon and Mosasaur fought again, this time even more violently. And suddenly, the Kraken attacked both of them at once. At this point, it was clear they couldn't be contained anymore. So I made a final decision. I was going to release them into the ocean. One by one, they were transported and released into open water. At first, they seemed free, calm, exploring their new world. But that peace didn't last. The Megalodon quickly started dominating the ocean, attacking large animals, and even forming a group of sharks around him. The Mosasaur became extremely aggressive, attacking boats and anything that moved. And the Kraken disappeared into the depths. For a while, they all went their separate ways. Until one day, they met again. The Megalodon and Mosasaur crossed paths first, and just like before, they attacked each other instantly. Their fight shook the entire ocean, but then something massive appeared from below. The Kraken, now fully grown and bigger than both of them combined. He launched his tentacles, grabbing everything in sight. The Megalodon tried to fight back. The Mosasaur tried to escape, but it was too late. The Kraken overpowered them, dragging them down into the darkness. And just like that, the ocean went silent. After everything that happened, I realized something. These weren't pets, they were monsters. And maybe some creatures were never meant to exist together. If you want to see me try this again with even bigger sea monsters, let me know. Because next time, it might be even worse.